All right, let's hop into this. Now it is time for some control here on Crossroads, where apparently we lost aka Lavelle, unless he's just straight up not showing. Oh, we have ourselves a funny little glitch here, it looks like. Does Lavelle actually show up if I hit one? Nope, so we're not going to be able to see his point of view and all, I don't think, in this matchup. But yeah, Lavelle's still here, and we have St. Clair on the attack to start things off. We see Swizz trying to take control of this B point. He's going to be peppered down. Some nice cover, actually, from Priestley from the high ground. Going to try and find Hummy, but he's going to get jumped from the other side. Going to get refragged here by Swizz. Tunes does end up going down, and right now, after that refrag there, St. Clair are going to have the first checkpoint covered here on that B point. You do see the 3 little black marks in the symbol for the capture points. Once you make it there, you cannot lose that progress. See Swizz getting jumped on, however. Sauce gets jumped on as well right at the A site. And with the split attack coming out from St. Clair, it does not go in their favor in the slightest. Might need a little bit of refocusing towards one specific target, because otherwise they are going to run out of time. But Priestley looking to make this start and turn this one around. Finds another one onto Hummy as well. Priestley on absolute fire here, could basically ace the team himself if he did manage to find Eddie. But Eddie going to retreat back to 1 point there, as we now have AK Lavelle trying to continue on this B point capture. Of course, the timer doesn't tick down to when the attackers are on the sites. Priestley finds one. Can he find the additional one? He does have some reinforcements. Sauce going to be able to get on point and get the frag down. Swizz going to try and make a beeline towards this. Going to try and capture this B zone 2/3 of the way there. And halfway done the A point as well. Slowly turning this one around, all tied up at 5 respawns apiece here as well. But that's a rough one there from Swizz. Does get taken down. Can St. Clair turn this one very quickly? They only have 8 more seconds left on the clock, but they're actually on both points right here right now. Good timing. We do have Priestley down on the low ground. He's going to get jumped on, however. But the B point going into St. Clair's favor. Finally going to be able to capture that one and put themselves another minute or so in the time bank to try and make this happen. Sauce versus Eddie. Eddie trying to get the jump shot onto him. And it's going to go over to Sauce. Priestley also, in the meantime, covering that A point, going to allow Swizz to move all the way in. Already halfway done this point. St. Clair turning this one around after it looked really rough. They still have 2 respawns remaining. Meanwhile, the side of Sheridan have nothing left. No more respawns in the tank. St. Clair going to take that one. Priestley's quick triple going to be the best play of this game, and rightfully so. Was able to allow his teammates to start pushing towards that B site, while also still having a little bit of pressure on that A site. Just enough to really make Sheridan like a split focus, and it worked in their favor. Of course, this series, absolute nail-biter here so far, with both teams securing 1 map so far, 1-1 game. And of course, St. Clair taking the lead here in game number 3. And Priestley starting it off right, finding the quick one onto Hummy. Now, of course, by switching sides, St. Clair, they have to defend these points compared to last time. Lavelle getting blasted by Tunes. Going to at least put enough covering fire to make him think twice about moving forward. But Swizz and Priestley going to find a couple of frags. Lavelle still just being an absolute nuisance here on the side of Sheridan. May not be necessarily the one getting the frags, but he's making them waste so much time by trying to go after him, and he gets the elimination anyway. And Swizz, actually, is that a sniper rifle? In fact, it is. He's really feeling confident here today, but there is some very long sight lines here on Crossroads that make this sniper maybe a little bit better on this map compared to others. Sauce does end up going down, but it's still going to be a rough one. Priestley versus 2, going to find 1, but now this could be the opening now that Sheridan needs. They have split pressure on both B and A at this moment. Vel and Swizz going to try and make this happen. Swizz going to just bonsai forward and contest, make that pistol work for him, gets him off the point. But now what about A site? It is under contest, so it's not going to be captured just yet. Sauce does go down. Priestley finds 1. He's going to find 2. Priestley really coming in clutch, however. And they're going to be able to knock this back down to the first third in this scenario here. Swizz, nice shot, tries to turn it around, but Toons going to be ready and waiting. They're going to really try and push this A site here as they're down to 23 seconds left in the bank, and they are down on respawns as well. However, these last couple of fights have gone in their favor. Sauce going to try and turn this around, however. Swizz point blank, but Sauce with a nice defense of his partner. But this A point right around the corner, but Toons does go down. Contested, but Sauce finding himself the double, but he can't find Eddie. Eddie is all alone to take care of this point, and he's going to be able to safely secure it. But Lavelle is already waiting for him at the B point. Catches him out, but Hummy going to take him down with the refrag. Respawns are definitely something to take consideration of now on both sides. 8 to 7, extremely close in this scenario. Lavelle finds Tommy. Pretty well uncontested. Can he find Hummy as well? Not quite going to find them, but Hummy finds Swizz. So traded right back. Nice flank from Toons, however. Priestley and Sauce both getting taken or under contest, but Priestley making the best of it. 5 to 3 now. St. Clair putting themselves in the slightest of leads in regards to their respawns that are left. Lavelle does end up going down, but Priestley trades one out nice and quick. Sauce looking for Eddie. He does find him. One respawn left in the tank here for Sheridan Esports. Sauce with the flank. Trying to look. He does trade 1 for 1, and he can actually do that. No more respawns left here for Sheridan. Oh, no more respawns here for St. Clair either. It's their last batch. They got to make this count. Extremely close here. One goes down. Sauce does get refragged. We have a 2-on-2 to finish off this game. He gets jumped on, but he wins versus Swizz. Lavelle, though, with the clutchest of refrags, just has to find Toons or time this out. Of course, he knows if he's trying to capture this point, going to try his best to find a good angle here. But Toons in a fantastic spot, really being a nuisance, finds the sweet spot that he can keep himself safe, and the trophy system's down. He can't frag him out here. He's going to have to try and do this 1 versus 1. And unfortunately for Lavelle, he hasn't had the most solid of track records in 1v1s. He does get the stun, but he doesn't finish it off. Sheridan coming in clutch. That thought they were going down on that one. A 1-1 game. The 1v1 struggles, unfortunately, continue here for Lavelle in this control point. That's the one thing. Like, tactically, he's absolutely fantastic. But for whatever reasons, gunfights have just seemed to be a thorn in his side this season. Unfortunately, not being able to clutch that one up. But there is still plenty of game left to go here. Of course, it's 1st to 3 again here for these control maps. St. Clair going to go back on the attack. Priestley getting absolutely destroyed by that grenade, but Swizz is at least going to trade that out for the moment. Swizz finds Hummy up in the building as well. But St. Clair not opting to try and contest that the points just yet. Tommy and Toons finding one, but then refrag here from Priestley. Tommy on point. Priestley spots it, but he does give his position away. Do see the one. Oh, nice little juke actually is going to get around Hummy, and Sauce is going to move forward as well. Swizz on point, trying to make a sniper work while also being the one on site. He does actually have a rifle as well, so he was able to pick that up, thankfully. Otherwise, close quarters combat with a sniper rifle is an absolute death sentence. Sauce with the jump, nicely done, but he does run into 2. Going to get fragged down. But this progress here from Swizz, he's been pretty well uncontested here and safe by the trophy system as well. Won't get jumped on in this case. Lavelle does get jumped on, but Swizz still pretty well uncontested. Up until this point, he's going to lose the fight versus Tommy. And Priestley ends up going down as well. A moment for St. Clair to regroup as Tommy finds himself a double kill. A triple kill, rather. Nicely done, Tommy. A real kerfuffle now towards this B site, and Tommy does end up going down, or now it's Toons who ends up going down. Eddie with the double. Swizz spiraling around as if this is a phase highlight video. but not going to be successful. But Priestley going to find Eddie. Nice little headshot. Finds Tommy as well. The shots from Priestley on their mark as we now have 2/3 of the way. Priestley with the triple while also trying to contest this thing. How about a quadra? Nicely done there from Priestley. But that B site is still not in control. But by switching over to the A site, they're at least going to stall out the timer, while Sauce also manages to find himself a quick double. They're going to take a break on this point for at least the time being. Lavelle does find Hummy, so a good little start, but Tommy does take him down. With focus towards this A site, and it's going to be contested as of this moment. Swizz does end up getting picked off, so St. Clair are going to probably have to look towards this B site once again. Lavelle going to be right there, ready to capture. Greg going to be taken down. I don't think it was ended up finding its mark. Good coverage from Priestley, however. Able to keep Lavelle nice and safe, and that B site is going to be secured. They can now start focusing in on that A site. 4-5 in regards to respawns. This could very well be very similar to the last round. 4-4 now as Lavelle does find Tommy. Brief slowdown in the action. Each life means something huge. Priestley, in a rare misstep, not going to find that 1v1. Gets taken down by Tommy. Tunes with a solid frag as well. And Swizz is kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. St. Clair, no respawns left. Still have 3 in the tank here for the side of Sheridan. And Sauce, his game is done. Or his round is done, rather. Lavelle takes down Tommy. Does manage to take him out. Priestley from above actually gets flanked from the side. This is kind of brutal, but Lavelle does manage to find another one. One more respawn. This isn't impossible, but 30 seconds is not a lot of time to make this work. Swizz and Lavelle, the only ones alive here for St. Clair. Swizz going to try and contest. He finds Eddie, and he goes down, and Lavelle taking him down to the point where there's no respawns. Lavelle stuck in the clutch situation once again, but he's up against 4. This is absolutely brutal task. He does not have much time. He has to somehow frag on everybody, and he's going to try to make the move. He's going to have to try and dance around this A point as best as possible. Slides through. Nobody home. There goes Tunes, and Tunes is going to finish him off. That was definitely a tough task for Lavelle to try and take in there, and Tunes going to silence him quickly, taking a 2-1 lead in this game, putting it to game point. All right, Saints need to make this defense work if they want to have a chance at winning this game. Still have a little bit of time to work with, but they do not give themselves much wiggle room in this situation. Tossing outside, Priestley going to find the first elimination, but Lavelle does go down, traded out. Sauce looking to make a flanking play, but a solid cover there from Tommy. Make sure that his teammate does not get smoked. Swizz with the sniper rifle, spots the leg, but he's not going to be able to make the shot count. A little bit of an odd spot. If you're using a sniper, I wouldn't expect it to be indoors, but I mean, I guess you got to do what you got to do. Sauce trying to make something happen. Does find himself a solid triple. Beautifully done there from Sauce to keep that A point from going away. And now he's going to be able to try and remove some of the coverage that, or some of the capture progress that Sheridan got on them. Rough little duel. Priestley going to pull out of that one just barely, but does end up going down to Hummy. But Lavelle right there with the refrag. Point B basically untouched here from Sheridan, but that being said, they are on an absolute killing spree on St. Clair. 13 respawns left. Make it 12 now for St. Clair compared to 18 from Sheridan. Something just happened early in this game to the point where St. Clair just lost so many lives, and that A point got secured as well. This is looking like Sheridan going to pull this off and go into Game 4 up 2-1 in this series. But the way this game is turning out, Priestley not done just yet, however. Sauce on the inside sees the grenade coming out. He's going to try and run for the hills. Gets out. No, he doesn't get out just in time, as 2 more members of St. Clair do end up dropping. Priestley does find Tunes, but does go down pretty well right away. Sauce still trying to make something happen. 8 respawns left on the side of St. Clair. That B site is untouched. If they can somehow hang on to their lives and play this objective, they can still win this one. But damn, they're going to have to be pretty well perfect in the situation to pull this off. If they can get themselves in a good defensive position, they can hang on. As we see there, Swizz gets taken down, and this is a rough spot. He's no longer working the sniper, at least. Or Swizz, rather. Nice little jump there from Priestley. Finds himself a double. They brought this within striking distance. Lavelle versus Tommy over on the side. Lavelle looking to try and find a spot. Sauce looked for the flank, but it's not going to be successful, at least as of yet. Lavelle goes down, and that's a lot of green I see on the wrong side of the kill feed. If St. Clair are going to pull this one off, spray and pray. Priestley does manage to find Hummy. But 1 respawn left. No respawns left now for St. Clair. They literally all just got wiped. That's absolutely brutal for St. Clair in this situation. Sauce is out of this game. Priestley got the jump on them, but couldn't finish them off either. And it's all up to Swizz to pull this off versus 4. And they have 5 respawns, and they just all blitz them at the right time. So we have ourselves a game. Sheridan going to take this one in 3-1 fashion for Game 3 and move forward 2-1 in the series. And this is Eddie's play here. This is where Priestley, he looked to get the jump on them, but that being said, was able to make the dodge and just constantly gut shots to finish them off. And a heartbreaker there for St. Clair. It looked solid off the start, but they could not keep the momentum going. Control just biting them in this situation. We got to hope for the St. Clair side of things that it wasn't because of Crossroads, however. Got to hope it wasn't the map pick, because we're going right back to Crossroads for game number 4. But this time, it's going to be Hardpoint. They're able to take that first game on, or the Moscow Hardpoint, but that was like a 240 to 250 game. That was stupid close. They're going to have to pull something off, or pull something like that off again if they're going to keep this to a game 5. But we'll hang on tight for just a moment, because we'll be throwing it to a quick break in a moment. But before we do, of course, I do want to thank the sponsors that do make this possible. Of course, that being St. Clair College, St. Clair College Alumni Association, and the St. Clair SRC. Zuckelman School of Business and IT, PC Outlet, and Tim Hortons. Thank you all for making this all possible. And of course, big thank you to the fans who are all here tuning in tonight. Seen lots of love so far in the chat. So thank you all for tuning in. Hope you're having a fantastic weekend. But of course, we are not done just yet. Game number 4 between Sheridan College and St. Clair right around the corner. Don't go anywhere.